guys, welcome to Becky Tarot. My name's Becky. I am a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So I'm going to do a collective reading today. So if it resonates for you, great. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. I'm just being guided to do a collective one. I'm going to use 3 decks. One is Mystical Wisdom. Next one is Messages from Your Guides. And then this is Stress Less. So, excuse the shiny eyebrows, I've had my top up now, so I might look a bit greasy. I'm also a bit bunged up and ill, so excuse the red nose and all that, and the voice. Right, let's go. Collective reading, let's see what we got happening here. What we got for the collective today, please, Spirit? We've got love is your energy. Forgive yourself. Journey within. Follow the golden rule, and you are here for a reason. You are never alone, and is underlying energy. Overlying energy is release toxic relationships. Right, so first off the bat, I'm gonna say, so the love is your energy. So I do feel like for people, especially because we have the 222 portal yesterday, which is high for manifestation. So I always come through energy first, like I move through it quite quickly, and I always tend to get it first. And I thought it's funny because the night before the 222 portal last night, I normally, like, I am high in my like third eye, tapped in all the time, and when I'm going to go to sleep I tend to think about things. I can manifest things. Sometimes if thoughts are bugging me, like I can manifest negative stuff because I'm so up in my head, right? But it's funny how they made me KO like I'd never KO'd before, literally. Like I had no time to think about anything because I think my manifestation powers are so high at the moment, and it was like if I have one negative thought, I'm just going to make it happen, especially with the 222 portal. But I have noticed over the past few days, I've been really aiming to like put myself in the love energy. So I'm just kind of giving you an example so you can like compare yourself to this situation. So for me, over the last few days, I've really been jolted into this. Do you know what? Like, because I have actually in process of releasing a toxic relationship. The relationship's been broken for a few months, but I'm still releasing the energy and the illusion and the smoke and mirrors and clearing the shit that this person has done and that carries on doing. But I've now jolted from anger, spite, to fuck you, to, do you know what? Like, I was in love with you. Just, okay, I was in love with an illusion, but I was in love with you, and that's okay. Like, I thought what I thought because that was what you were showing me. That's what you lied to me about, you know. So I've then jolted into, and it doesn't matter. Like, I'll just like fully let this person go, and like let them be with whoever they want to be with, because it wasn't me, and that's okay. I'm clearly not their one. That's okay. And now I can see I'm not their one, because I would not settle for the horrific. I wouldn't want to be with someone that does shitty things and talks bad about their own baby. Like, that's horrendous. So yeah, so the energy is very loving, is what I'm saying at the minute, because I've been shifted into, do you know what I did, and it's okay, and I do still love them, even though they're horrendously awful and have done stuff. I do. So I send the loving energy and hope that they can heal and work through their shadows, because the reason why they do all this is because they're stuck in shadows and darkness. So love is a big energy at the moment in the collective, and it's to do with forgiveness. Loving yourself and loving other people is all linked to forgiveness. So forgive yourself. So I feel like the collective is being pushed in this loving energy into loving yourself. I'm seeing that a lot of people, maybe over the last 2 weeks or pumping the next 2 weeks, are really going to be back. Sorry, I thought my baby was crying. Back working on their physical body, physical form. yeah, I'm getting loving yourself again, learning to forgive and accept the lessons. Like, it's okay, I made a mistake. It's all right. People make mistakes. It doesn't matter if you was in an 11-year, 20-year relationship and then you found out whatever. Like, and you're like, oh man, like, how could I not? It's okay. Like, it was a mistake and you learn from it and grow from it. So it's just enhancing the journey with him. The journey, it is such a journey, and it is a journey from within. For the people that evolve and wake up and do the work and do their shadow work, it is a journey for within. The people that don't and just roam around and never really learn the lessons and roll in their ego and just like blame everyone else, don't take responsibility and God knows what. I don't know what their fucking life, I don't know what they're cracking on and doing, but they certainly won't be working and evolving. So I get majorly energy at the moment is facing yourself, really self-reflecting. Physical looks is a thing, so like looking after yourself, working out, changing how you look. People might be just, you know, changing their hairstyles. I'm just, yeah, really, it feels like if you've not had a surge of energy into like loving yourself, you will get it over the next 4 weeks. And there, what are you showing me now? Yeah, so follow the golden rule. For this, I always, well, I get different messages, but today I'm really getting, it's like learning to follow your own intuition, your inner guidance. So it's very easy, everybody does this naturally, and I have to pull myself, because even sometimes if I get really low, I start trying to reach out, which is getting someone to make me feel better or someone to tell me the right things, and it's like it's programmed in you, but you have to reprogram yourself. Now, I did reprogram myself a long time ago, but when I hit an almighty low more recently, I was doing it again, and I had to pull myself around and go, what the fuck are you doing? Like, nobody else is on your journey. Nobody else knows or understands your journey. So if someone could say one wrong word and it might trigger you, but that's you know what you're doing, you know what you're manifesting, you know what's going on, you know what you see with your third eye. Like, no one else can help with that. Like, so they're showing me, yeah, like, really following your intuition is a massive vibe at the minute, and trying to follow your intuition to get you to your purpose. Like, you are here for reasons. You're not here to just be like, I'm just here for the view, I'm just gonna watch people living their lives. Don't be ridiculous. You're here to do some shit for you, do some shit for the collective. Like, whatever you decided was your contract before you came in, like, you've got shit to do. So yeah, so that's really coming through. Is over the next 4 weeks, a lot of people are going to jolt. I almost feel like this, same with like what I was explaining to you, is it's like my mind has shifted from one perspective to the other, and that spirit can do that whenever like you clear, and if you clear and heal layers, it then shifts. Or if spirit's like, right, we need to they'll give you a download, so like you're going to shift to look at it this way now, you need to look at the bigger picture. And that's what's really coming through. Some viewpoint is shifting, and you're going to go into more loving energy. You're going to start forgiving yourself and working on your physical form in different ways. Gym, yoga, changing hair colours, changing hairstyles, changing looks, like just, you know, tattoos, whatever. And yeah, you're really headed, like, you're on your journey, and it feels like, yeah, like it feels like you've been on a path for a while, and what you have to do, so say you're on this path, and then now you come to a point, what happens is you have to jump to the path runs out and it goes to like dirt track, so you have to jump to like the side. It's a bit of a jump to get onto the new path, and that's what's happening. You're preparing, or in the middle of the jump and the transform, about to land into your new path. So obviously it's different. Some of you might have just landed in your new path and now you're like, let's go. So that's, yeah, so everything's jolting and shifting in your energy, and that tends to show outwards, and that's when you start getting creative. Like I say, you start changing and you start pumping different vibes into you. Yeah, so advice on if this is feeling like you, or you're going to be coming into this, don't do the whole reaching out thing. Like, if you feel like you want advice, like, obviously you can talk to your friends, but when you're feeling low vibrational and it's like, it's a needy energy, but then it's like needy but no one fulfills it. Like, when you're in lower vibration and something's happened or whatever, like you might be ringing every friend, and you're coming for fun, you're not feeling like satisfied, then you've got to ring someone else and tell them about it. And yeah, that's like reaching outwards, when really you need to reach inwards, like to you, to spirit, and then you'll feel like, I got clarity, like I know where I'm at, I feel grounded. Let's move to these. I just heard like you're blooming. You're blooming. So definitely regarding that releasing toxic relationships, it's a massive part of life. It's really hard when you've got to release things and people and connections that you don't want to. It's really hard to surrender and know that you're worth so much more. But I feel like, yeah, a lot of you have been going through this maybe the last year and a half, or are going through it now. So anything from a year and a half ago to moving through to it now. This is kind of for you. Yeah, so overlying energy is moving forward, and that is exactly what you are doing now. You are moving forward. Underlying energy is vacation, take time to relax, and I'm getting, some of you might be going on holiday over the next 3 months. Some of you might just be making sure you take time to like relax and have you like, I took a week off last week because I was like, no, I'm not doing this no more. I'm running riot with a baby, nearly 11-month-old baby, that's teething and everything else. I also have a 13-year-old. I've also been decorating my house. I'm also working 2 jobs, like 2 businesses from home. It's like, what? I was just like, no, I need a week off to be with my children, enjoy ourselves, do some things. So yeah, if you're not going away, some of you will be taking some time out, and it's definitely needed. Make sure you're giving yourself that. Okay, so manifestation, high peak at the moment. Think big for your future. So yeah, don't put any restrictions. Do not put any restrictions on what you want. Like, if you want it, you can make it happen. Simple. Like, there's no rule book here. It's not, you can do everything, but if you want, you can do anything, but you can't go to this country and live in any of here, and you also cannot do these few jobs. You can do anything and go anywhere, like, you can do what you want. Yeah, you're in control of your reality. So work with spirit, think big. They're saying, I feel like for some of you there's something. Oh, got a little audience here. Oh, okay, so for some of you might be very much a leader, and other people are like rooting for you. Yeah, there might be something that you want to do, and you're like looking to spirit to help you, and you're going to use that. But there's a couple of people here like with you that are also looking to spirit. So I feel like they're either cheering you on, or they want it for you as well, or they're a bit of an audience. Like, they're watching you make it happen, watching you manifest, and then they're going to learn from you. Yeah, you just got to release the old, release what you're moving away from, like those toxic relationships and connections, or whatever it is that you're releasing, because it feels like in one move it all starts coming in, all the manifestation. Like, it feels like the manifestation energy is like built up and it's like clogged, and then the second you make one move, or maybe release that, whatever you're releasing, like fully gets released, then it all starts, the energy just like starts coming out, and you'll notice things will be happening quickly. For some of you, there might be something you wished for a long time ago. I get like 5 to 7 years ago that you may have like kind of manifested, but it never came through. I think that's going to come through over the next year to 2 years. Yeah, so if there's something you're not sure about, please go for it. Like I said, anything's really possible in general, but really at the moment in the energy with the collective, this again, you've got people. There's definitely something to do with like people watching you create, learning from you. Definitely a leader vibe with whatever you do. Like, it's like you create and people are watching what you're creating. Like, they're not looking at you, they're looking at what you're creating. Like, wow. Yeah, just really make sure it's coming through again, that you're taking the rests in between, because where you're manifesting and playing with so much energy, you need to reboot. Right, so there is going to be some competition. There will be some enemies. There always is. There always is some people that are rooting for you to fail. Don't worry about it. For some of you, there might be an ex. Some of you have children with. Might have children with. They're just, it doesn't feel like they're going to make leaps and bounds to like be against you, but it feels like their just whole vibe is like, fuck you. it's actually envious and jealousy behind it, because if you've got children, whoever you've got, for those of you that do have children, they're like rooting for you. They're like, yeah, like you got this. And but your ex-partner who you're not with is just like completely like, it's just pure straight face watching you with jealousy and envious, but they wouldn't ever tell you that. Really, it feels like they're too low vibrational to even process to know that it's actually because they're jealous. It would just be like, oh, I fucking hate them. You can't have that much of a child with them. No, I hate them. I hate everything they do. And whilst you're like growing, evolving, making stuff happen, and rather than just acknowledging that maybe they fucked up, maybe this is the relationship you're releasing. Someone that you have children with, obviously won't be for everyone, the children thing, but for those, yeah, it'll be an ex-partner, I feel, either way, but yeah, but the fact, like, it's really enhancing the ones that have children with their ex-partner. Yeah. Just, yeah, not happy that you're growing. This person also might use the kids a bit against you. Yeah. Like, just in some format. I don't get, again, not like hugely fucking like playing proper games with the kids, but I get just using the fact that you have a child with them against you in some way. I don't really know how to home in anymore on that message other than that. I don't know how to give you an example. Like I said, it doesn't feel like horrendous, but there's just things like, I don't know. Yeah, so the rest again is coming through. You really need to make sure you're resting. Make sure, March. Something's going to come through. What are we at? January? Next month. So maybe next month you really, really, really got to make sure that, but there's something big about March, which is next month. Gratitude. Something's coming through for you next month. Something. I'm getting the sun, the sunshine. Oh, look, there's the children vibe again. Even for those of you that do have children with a partner and your partner's just envious and everything, whatever, and you're releasing that toxic relationship, and you're like, he uses the, I said he, shouldn't do that, the person, because it could be female, uses the children a bit against child a bit against you. It's irrelevant. The kids are just happy here in this card. There's sun. They'll watch what you create and grow up understanding how to create as well, so don't sweat that. Obviously for those of you that don't have kids, it's same thing. Something's coming through next month. It feels like this is like the start of a creation. So if you're someone that's thinking about doing a business, or you've started but it's just like ticking, it's not like it's not had the big moment, probably going to be next month. Like it'll be like a big moment and it's like, yes, this is happening, I'm creating, everybody's happy, I'm happy, children are happy, kids, child, or the dog's happy. Like it's just a real loving vibration. And they're saying, I think you would be anyway, but they're saying make sure you are grateful, because this one, you did it, you pulled it through, but we fucking helped you. Like spirit's like, we fucking helped. Like we pulled your ass up out of there when you wasn't feeling strong. So make sure you're very grateful, but it will help you know your power as well when you pull this in next month, or when it like whenever you was trying to put it in. This is, yeah, you'll be very like emotionally happy about it. Wrong ones. So yeah, I feel like you've just been really focused on you and your energy tons at the moment. Like I feel like people might be going out all the time around you and you're like, no, I'm not, I've got shit to do, like I've got to make shit happen. And you've been quite focused, and spirit sees that, so they're like, well done, but you do need to make sure you do get some you time in. Yeah, so make sure music is a big part, so use the rhythm. I always use music to manifest. Yeah, they're saying don't be afraid to dance, let go, let loose. So so all people have been going out loads around you and you haven't, but maybe, you know, go for one night out, let your hair down, have a dance, have a drink, or don't have a drink, just like go and have some fun. front. So the greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. So it is reversed. So it feels like you've achieved. This actually resonates for me. I've learned, and this is for some of you as well, is when those thoughts, like the negative, start taking over, you're learning to be like, no, and speak. Like for me, I'm learning to pull myself out and speak affirmations like I am. Like when I'll get pulled away sometimes in my mind and think about the father of my baby and like all that's come out, and like, fucking hell, there's no way he ever loved me, and then it gets me sad, and I start thinking about, well, he was obviously like doing that then, and then like it gets me down, and it starts coming in like, what the fuck, like, he obviously just never loved me like that whole time, and it starts taking over, like, and then it's just every fault that you can possibly imagine, like, is he even fancy me because he's telling everyone that he thinks I'm ugly, like, just, and then I'm like, now, and I'm like, fuck off. I'm like, look at you, and I start like speaking my affirmations. I'm like, you are powerful, you are a mum of 2 amazing children, like, you've got yourself a lovely home, like, you're this, and like, you are beauty, like, I just, yeah, massively affirmations. It feels like you've achieved that as well. Mindfulness is the art of staying in the present moment and staying focused on your sensory experience, and this is something I'm now working through. I've nailed the whole thought thing, and I'm trying my best to make sure I'm in the moment. I'm terrible for past or future and not just appreciating those moments. So that's what I've been working on. Like, I'll be feeding my baby and then whatever, and then my mind will drift again. I'm like, no, like, look at her, she's stunning, like, look at what she can do now. Like, be in the moment, please. Take a deep breath. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. Reverse, and that's what you're learning. It's you're re-getting your faith and hope back. Like, this isn't forever. Like, okay, if it's like, if you are releasing this person, the connection, relationship, okay, it's been rough, it's bad, but it's not going to be that way forever. And the faith's coming back, like, I will be with someone else. Like, I am going to get married if you want that. I know I am. But like, okay, it's not the person I thought it was, but do you know what I've got from this? Like, I just feel now, I'm like, I got my daughter from him. Even if I never see him again and he never sees his daughter, I got her, and I do not regret that. So yeah, it's about holding on to the positive and just, yeah, fucking letting it all go. It's not a bad whole life, is it? Don't stress the could have. If it should have, it would have. That was been me actually over the last about 11 hours. Like, if it was meant to be, it would be, or if it's supposed to be, it will be. I surrender. And surrendering is such a fucking hard thing, but again, I'm back on higher vibe, learning, trusting, surrender. So it feels like you guys have got the same for that as well. Breathe deeply. Also, they're saying, make sure you like, if you get overly stressed at any point, nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. But some of you might be really working on your meditation. Meditating, working with your manifestations is good. Meditating to just ground your energy, amazing. So yeah, keep that one up. It's important for you to know the difference between fear and anxiety, because for many of us, most fear is healthy and normal. Okay, what do I get from this? So yeah, fear is well, it can be in a number of ways. Fear can come in so many different shapes and sizes, but fear is something that can be such a block. If you can learn to acknowledge, like, that is just fear, that's not actually happening, then if you can kind of get to a point where you're reprogramming the acknowledgement, like, right, what am I scared of? Why am I feeling this way? What am I fearful? Oh, I'm fearful that the business is not going to work out. Right, okay. But will I know if I don't try? No. So if I try and it doesn't work out, but it leads me to something else that works out, should I have still done it then? Yes. So what exactly am I fearful? If it doesn't work out, does anything change? I'll still carry on with my other job? No. Right. So what the fuck am I scared of? Like, talk for yourself. Also, please, if you haven't, because this is one of the first things I did when I started waking up, was clearing the giving a shit about what other people think. That is such a primal thing you have to do. You have to work through, because it's just such a block and a barrier. You've got to learn to just, everyone's going to talk shit no matter what. Everyone's going to have something to say no matter what. You've got to just, you'll never be able to please, like, everyone. It's just humanly impossible. It's literally impossible. Don't worry about what other people are, like, opinions. You cannot live by. I used to, ages, I used to live by that, like, of, oh, they're going to be, I didn't even know I was doing it, but I was living for other people's opinions. Again, my ex-partner doesn't actually really seem to have a set personality. They're just like, mould whoever they're around, because they're like, he'll say horrific things after me looking at conversations to people, but it's all because he's just trying to be like whatever he wants to be for them, like how they are. But the reality is, if you sat him by himself, like, is that your opinion really? Like, and truly, is that what you think? And he probably wouldn't even know what to say, because he doesn't know how to have his own opinion and not care about what other people are saying, and the impact. Yeah. And that's a big thing. Do not let other people impact your choices, ever. So clearly for some of you that needs thinking. Right, so staying grounded, swimming, massive thing. Being in water, just being in nature, next to water, especially natural lakes, can be extremely relaxing. Even if you don't have a lake nearby, or your only option is chlorine treated water, it can still give you all the benefits. Play around in the water, float in it, feel the water, listen to the water as you swim. Yeah, so massive thing. I've always said that anyway, like being next to water, like walk along rivers, near rivers, lakes. Yeah, swimming can be good, but it's always a bit hectic with children, but swimming, yes, can be. Being next to, walking through woods and stuff, or run yourself a nice, big, deep, relaxing bath with candles, crystals, and just lay and relax and let it all go, and work through your affirmations, work through your manifestations whilst you're in water. Also, another thing, if you're drinking water, like, speak what you want, your manifestations, affirmations into the water, and then drink it. Yeah, water, what's coming through here? If you're a water sign, something over the next 2 to 3 weeks is going to happen for you. If it's something you've been wanting for a while now to happen, it's going to happen over the next 2 to 3 weeks. This whole reading's not going, not at all how I envisioned. Okay, it's just kind of like an overall rather than like a set subject. Like, okay, let's see what else they want. What do you want to do, Spirit? Yeah, so your fears, you need to make sure you're working through your fears, and anxiety. Anxiety can just be your ego, which doesn't understand it, so it starts making you anxious about it, because it's trying to put logic on it, and you can't do that when you're working with spirit and the universe and knowing how to co-create with them. Moonology they want. Okay, so we're going to do moonology. I think I'm just going to, that was it really. Might do a people file, or I don't know. You are good enough. Loving yourself again. A time to give rather than take. Yeah, I think this is more a time to give to yourself, like we were saying. Like, it's definitely time to work on you and make shit happen for you. Adjustments are required, and this is what you're clearing over the next 2 months. Working through, like, loving yourself and getting yourself on a high vibe, so you can see what needs to adjust in you, your faults. So remember I was saying about me, how I'm learning now to see things differently. Like, someone that was horrendous to me, absolutely awful. It's done everything you can possibly think of. Now I've discovered that they've done it to me, and they're now hurting my child and children as well. Like, not physically, but even I'm managing to shift and just see, do you know what? That person is just stuck in darkness. It's not even about me, the kids. It's about them, and that's so sad. So I send them love. I don't want them anywhere near us, but I send them love and light and hope that they can get on their healing journey. So yeah, like, it feels like the light's starting to come on. The light's starting to come on for you to see things differently. A new start is coming. Communication is key. Make sure you're doing your reflection work. There's going to be, things are changing. If this is resonating for you, like you feel like this is like the energy that you're going through and you're starting to evolve again, things are really going to shift for you. Really, really, really shift. yeah, so it just feels like it's been a bit of a slow process. Maybe it's like not a slow burner, but like you've been feeling a bit low. I'd say maybe over the last 3 to 6 months, and so that's made your energy a bit meh, because you've been working through shit, and then things have been coming in your life, but it's all a bit slow. But it's about to just pick up like ping, 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 ping. Yeah, expect powerful change. Twice that's come out. Just don't let pride get in your way, and that's always. Oh, my phone's going. That's Eva, my neighbour. Yeah, so just always try and see things from like the bigger picture, bigger angle, and see that people are just in pain when they do shit things. Yeah, I'm gonna go because I want to take this call, but yeah. Next month, shit's coming through. It's going to be amazing. Water signs, 2 to 3 weeks. Just keep working on you and focus on you and learn to see that people that do shit things, or like, you have to release and work through the energy, but just, they're not your problem. You do you, and yeah, just see it for what it is. Yeah? I send you love and light. Bye.